common for games to have two names, one for Japan and one for USA and Europe. It's less common for a game to have 3 different titles, one for each region. That is the case with Shadow of the Ninja in the US, Blue Shadow in Europe, and Kage, that means shadow, in Japan. Kage was made by Natsume, the company of Serious Fun, and is a high-octane action platformer along the lines of Ninja Gaiden with a hint of Bionic Commando. I say that because you can grab onto pipes and platforms above you and pull yourself up onto them. But of course, unlike Bionic Commando, jumping is allowed. You can play as either Hayate or Kaede, although it makes little difference except for the sprite. And even those aren't that different. To be completely honest, I thought Kage was a guy in shorts. Speaking of graphics, they are quite good. They have that certain feel to them that reminds me of Sunsoft games like Batman and Journey to Silius. And the music matches them perfectly with a pumping soundtrack that gets you going. The enemies do their best to stop you from going, however, and they're pretty varied. Just in the first stage alone, you'll see soldier types who elbow you, followed by monkeys, and then floor-running robots all of a sudden. There's one that very rudely blocks your attacks and tries to push you off of the platforms. He can be aggravating, but it is fun to let him taste his own medicine and lure him off the edge. One thing that I really like here is that when you fall into the abyss, that is the bottom of the screen, you don't die immediately like in most games, but instead teleport back to solid ground with health deducted. But this game is not easy, because unlike Ninja Gaiden for instance, which I've actually beaten, this game allows only for 5 continues, which is actually sort of misleading because you can't get extra lives. So what it really means is that you have 5 lives to beat the whole game. Oh dear. Another thing that's annoying about dying in this game is that the game hangs around for a full 5 seconds before taking you to the game over screen. To me, that's just rubbing it in. There are 3 weapons in the game. The sword, which can be upgraded a la Ninja Gaiden 3, shurikens that come in a limited supply, and a Morning Star thing that acts basically like the whip from Castlevania. This can also fire upward and diagonally up while jumping. A nice touch is that if you pick up another weapon while holding shurikens, the game still lets you finish them all before going over to that weapon. There's also a super attack that can be used by holding both A and B for a while that will kill all enemies on the screen, but it's hardly useful as it takes away half of your life bar in the process. Overall, this is a damn fine game. Great graphics, music, and good control. My complaints would be the lack of continues or at least extra lives. Enemies that rush you and also require 2 hits to kill always seem to get to hit you first. The game seems to be another competitor to the ruling ninja master, Ninja Gaiden. But what's interesting is Natsume the following year got to develop Ninja Gaiden Shadow, they like that word, Shadow, for Game Boy on Tecmo's behalf. And as a result, that game is more like Kage than Ninja Gaiden. Score 1 for Natsume.